Welcome to Play Your Part Podcast. We're getting into some sports and music. I'll turn that dial. Stay tuned in. Welcome to your Play Your Part Podcast. This is a sports and music edition. I'm the host B, and then we got yours truly.
The Black Judy Gardner, Kevin Smith, or the kid.
Goes by all those names. Yeah. So it's just me and Kevin going back to the origins of how we used to do back in the day. Just gonna be me and him today, for the sports and music section. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off, Kevin, with your first topic on Kyrie lamenting his lack of rest after missing vast majority of the Nets season.
All right, so I only brought this up because I thought it was hilarious. Kyrie, after a loss, said, "I wish we had a day of rest at least." And I said, that was a quote, by the way. He said, "I wish we had at least a day of rest at least." This man has not played 60 games of the season. When he was able to play, he could only play 1 out of 3 games that the Nets play. And he comes out here and says, "Well, if we had a day of rest." It was hilarious. It was just so funny to me. I had to bring it up because I was like, "Oh, you got it."
So me personally, it's one of those things where he knew they were going to lift that band off. Come on now, I don't know who paid the mayor off to get this man to play, because I was like, this man gonna end up playing. But then it's almost like, dang, what did he want? $2.5 million in a suitcase and all ones that Kyrie had to get that to him to bribe him to blow it down. I mean, they're doing a play-in right now. As we speak, they're doing. Yeah, I mean, you got it. Barely, but you got it. Yeah, I mean, because right now they're doing play-in right now. I think it was like the Mavericks versus the Bucks, I think, right now. That's going on right now.
It's not the play-in, but a lot of the games have playoff implications. It's like teams you're gonna see in the playoffs or in the play-in. Like the Nets, or no, I think it was the Nets just played the Hawks yesterday.
Yeah,
the Hawks actually
won.
Yeah, the Hawks actually won that game. KD dropped 54, but But I'm just saying, for somebody who hasn't played, Kyrie is the most well-rested star other than Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
He's the most well-rested star out here, and he's talking about, I mean, if we had a day of rest, we could win these games. What? Get your ass out there.
Bro, you done had too much rest. You should have been well rested. You coming over here with your little nice, meat coat over here, like you over here like you Frank Lucas over here. You know what I'm saying? You was having it, enjoying yourself. You only played, how many games did he even play? I mean, you're playing road games. And you were just they just did you a favor because they didn't really do you a favor because they paid you all that money. But anyway, I mean, you were gonna have to accommodate him any kind of way. But now, since you're in the clear, I don't want to hear no excuses, Kyrie.
Yeah,
you got to start performing.
In my opinion, I think it was because Brooklyn has an actual chance of winning the championship. So it was like the mayor. He would be the most hated mayor in recent. I mean, well, not in recent history because they got Giuliani. I don't want to get into it, but that's it. He would be hated. The mayor would be hated if he was like, "Kyrie, I know y'all in the playoffs, but you can't play home games, man. You just can't do it."
And the mayor is Bloomberg, right? Yeah, Bloomberg.
No. They got the black. I forgot his name. He was at the ASAP Rocky concert the other day.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
I don't know his name. Hold up, I gotta look it up now. But still, I'm like, well, it's actually a black dude. They said, and I said, like I'm saying, they had to let Kyrie play because if they wouldn't, then like a whole borough of New York would be upset about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see that. I can see that, but at the same,
you got
go ahead.
I said nobody's rooting for the Knicks right now, so Brooklyn's the only hope that they have. So
sad, a team that got moved from Jersey to
it's Eric Adams.
Yeah, Eric Adams. Shout out to Eric Adams for making that happen. But yeah. So you got anything else about Kyrie and I mean, do you think they're gonna really make it that far? That's the question. I'm asking you that question because we got Ben Simmons over here filing grievances about some 76ers, which you need to be focusing on getting back on the court and playing now, and don't worry about the 76ers because if you don't, they're going to have to play the 76ers and they're going to blow it out, and then we're going to blame Ben Simmons again. But yeah, what do you think?
Now, my thing is about those guys is that when they lost to the Hawks yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. And the whole thing about it is that KD had 55, Kyrie had 31. The next leading scorer had 9 points. You got to get the team involved. And I looked at the Hawks stats, and I was like, Trae Young, first person I look at, 36, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. You got to get the team involved. You got to get everybody else involved. KD gonna score his 30. I don't know if you remember this from the Heartbreak City podcast. Green came on and he said KD will give you 30 a night, but it's gonna be the quietest 30 you ever saw, cause he ain't about to be that dude. He's gonna get his buckets because he's KD. And Kyrie's gonna get his buckets as well. But if you can't get the rest of the team involved, you got Seth, you got Draymond, you got Blake Griffin. You got to get everybody else involved, and that's the whole thing. I mean,
and I think also too, Blake Griffin has not. I mean, I know he's beat up and he's nowhere close to what Blake Griffin used to be.
Yeah.
But dang, bro, you got to step up in these playoffs, man. Like we can't just having you on the, we can't be having just showing up when just showing up and collecting a check. You need to play. I need at least 15 from him. At least 15, because if you get 15 from him, and you can get Drummond involved off of just straight not even just lobs, just rebounding too. You know what I'm saying? And get him involved in it, and then Patty Mills got to get out that slump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's been in a shooting slump, but hey, I like Patty Mills' chances of being get out of slump. I know that, but
when
it is.
Kyrie got the ball.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's Kyrie's point. Is Kyrie has never been a point guard. He's always been a shooting guard or a guard. Period. And that's where you're missing. That's where I wish that. I mean, I'm glad James Harden went somewhere else, but this is a perfect time when James Harden needs to be point guard. James Harden involving you've seen it in a couple games when he's playing with Philly. It's just the fact that now since you moved in the middle of the season, now you're trying to catch this chemistry. You and Joel got a chemistry, but it's just now it's like getting it to fit and get it to focus right. You know what I'm saying? So
I said even when James Harden was scoring 10 points a game, he was averaging goddamn 10 assists. So
that's what I'm saying. He's a facilitator because he already did it in Houston, and he's done it before. So I mean, it's not like he's not accustomed to having the ball in his hand and being able to distribute. He can do that. He's actually a better point guard than. I think he's a better point guard than Kyrie is. So
this shows how much they actually need Ben Simmons. Even though he's not going to shoot, he'll get everybody else involved. Because there's no way that
he got no choice.
He got no two choice. Best players.
If you can't shoot, bro, if you can't shoot, what else you gonna do? Pass the ball.
Yeah.
He's wide open. Is he gonna hit the shot? No, he's gonna pass it. You know what I'm saying? But at least, like you said, at least if you had him, he can be able to distribute the ball and do his thing. or whatever.
There's
so,
no
yeah,
way my
right.
2 best players should have 86 points combined, and we lose the game.
Yeah, well, it's your bench too. You got you got a bunch of like, how you want to say it? You know how Lakers have an old bench and old players.
Yeah,
The Nets
but
have
they
some old players
gonna
too.
get their buckets.
Yeah, but the Nets have some old players too. Like I feel like Dragic's. I'm mispronouncing his name. I feel like he
Gorgon
could be Gorgon. If he can come off the bench and be in that spark plug that I know he can be, bro, that'd be good because you have their second team coming off the bench and having him like really like kind of running the ball through him or whatever and let him do like he was when he was in Miami. I feel like that they have their second squad can be able to produce, but they have to be able to. It's just a jump start. They just got to do it. Now it's the time. This is not the time.
Now, as you mentioned Gorgon, I forgot that he was on the team, and the fact that he's on the team, I think it may actually be just the Steve Nash coaching. Like, not saying that he's a bad coach. I'm saying that like he's letting his hot players stay hot instead of being like, no, we need to get everybody else involved.
Well, you're doing this high volume scoring. He's the start of this high volume scoring. You know, he's the originator of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the reason why the league changed around the whole Phoenix Suns, the D'Antoni situation was nothing but scoring. But I feel like the lineup should be KD, Drummond. And then after you have Drummond, I would say put Blake Griffin in there just to get his gears running. You know what I mean? You can sub him out when he getting a little gas.
You can put KD at the 3. You can put KD at the 3. He can play the 3.
Just put Let KD play what he's been playing at the 2. Put Kyrie at the 3. Let Dragic play the point guard, and then there you go. From there, you can get Patty Mills playing point guard off the bench, and then you can fill in Brown. Brown coming off of there. They have players. You just got to know how to facilitate and utilize them.
It's too much. It's too much talent on that team for them to have lost to the Hawks like that. And then, I mean, back to the original point.
No, you got to give credit where credit is due. I forgot his name. Number 17 on the Hawks. I don't know where he came from and that's like I don't know. I guess that's like the best thing that happened to the Hawks. Period. Him putting up points and producing the way he's been producing or whatever, bro. The Hawks is I can say now have a purpose of doing something because now you not only have it dependent on it's like I call it a double head monster. You got him and you got what's the other guy's name that's on the Hawks that we were talking about before?
John Collins.
Yeah, John Collins. So now you have a two-headed monster that you can switch either one of them on either one.
I found the number 17 guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I cannot pronounce this dude's name.
It's fine. I know you're tired. Yeah,
it's
I don't want to butcher his name.
Onyeka.
Yeah, there you go.
Okongwu.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know if I pronounced
it. You did better than me. You did better than I would. I would have butchered it up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's like but he's been producing too. Or whatever. So I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I've always said that your best ability is your availability. So you got to play what you got. Ben Simmons is not playing in the playoffs, guys. He might not even play next year. But hey, we only can focus on what we have right now.
If he doesn't play, they're not gonna go far in the playoffs. You won't be Milwaukee like that.
We know that.
Oh, and I wanted to bring up to you because we spoke about it. The Heat, they just lost to a good team, and Jimmy Butler only had 7 points. And is that not what I told you? I said it depends on what Jimmy Butler you're getting. Because if he's gonna drop 30, it's gonna be a problem. But if he only dropping that 7 points, that 15 points that he's been doing all season.
But how many times you need to look at ball usage? How much does he have the ball in his hand?
Nah, their number one scorer is Tyler Hero, who is 6th man of the year right now. So
yeah, I just told you who has the ball in their hand. They are about the Tyler Heroes and what's up? They got Robinson. But they're the ones who probably got more usage than. And then you got Bam too. So I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully these playoffs come on. Y'all start firing off on these cylinders so you can keep it moving.
Yeah, it was the game against the Nets. It was the game against the Nets. They lost by 15. Jimmy Butler had 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Yeah,
and that's what I said. If you are betting on the Heat, what Jimmy Butler are you gonna get? And that's what it's been since he made the playoffs. Because beforehand he was like that guy.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see what we get out of it.
I'm rooting for him, though. I am rooting for him.
Yeah, I want to see Miami go far, but
he's one of my 5 favorite players in the league.
Yeah, still like Derrick Rose.
We ain't seen him since November.
Yeah, I know.
I had to look at.
I had to watch his highlights to remember who he was. You know what I mean? Like
I had to look
open court.
The Knicks lost
on the.
The Knicks lost to the Cavs yesterday, and I literally had to I had to look at the roster and be like, is Derrick Rose still on the team?
Wow.
He's not even hurt.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if he's hurt. A lot of people just sit their players down. Like the Panthers did Christian McCaffrey this year and shit. Or the Giants do Saquon Barkley. I know it's a different sport, but when you're not making playoffs, you don't want to damage your merchandise.
That's true because you need some trade pieces. You want to talk about your next subject? The Anthony. Can't remember his name.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards passes Kobe Bryant for the most points before 21.
Well, I don't want our viewers to get it wrong. He didn't pass. I mean, he passed Kobe Bryant, but he's only number 6 on the list so far. I mean, and he's still only 20, so he still has time to pass the rest of these guys. But I brought it up because when I saw it, I was like, he passed Kobe Bryant on any list is a great accomplishment. And then the rest of the guys, he's number 6 on the list. The rest of these guys on the list are just incredible, and this is great company to be in and good for the future of the league. So it's like LeBron's number 1, Durant, Carmelo, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, who's over 21 right now, so he can't add to his Anthony Davis, and then Kobe Bryant. That's the top 7 right there. I mean, not Anthony Davis, but Anthony Edwards and Kobe Bryant.
Right. Well, I mean, being on that team, it's not going to take much to score that because I don't even know to say about the Timberwolves.
When the three play together, they actually are pretty good.
When they're on the court at the same time.
Yeah, but they're never on the court at the same time.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Like you labeled it, the best ability.
Ability. Yeah.
The best ability is availability.
Yep, and that's the problem. I mean, they look good on paper. They look like a young, strong team that could run the West, but you can't run the West when you're sitting on the bench.
Well, they're making the playoffs this year because they've been somewhat healthy this year. But D'Lo hasn't been playing as much as he should have been, and then Karl Anthony Towns is getting bodied by a lot of the big men in the league. He'll put up his points, but he's not in the post like DeAndre Ayton and stuff. So
yeah. Well,
I'm not saying that he's the best big man, but I'm putting out just a random big man to be like. He's not in the post like just regular big man should be.
That's the problem now these days. Everybody wants to shoot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with shooting. There's no more people. There's no more dominance in the paint like that. You know what I mean? Like true dominance in the paint like that. But I mean, it's a shooters league. Everybody wants to score. You got over there Embiid's big self over there doing step backs and crossovers and over here and fades and all kind of other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that because you should be skilled all like that or whatever. Yeah. But at the same time,
you a big man, you should get your ass down there and rebound.
every like let's say, give me 8 plays. Give me 8 plays. 8 plays. All I need is 8 plays for you to just go in there and just bag it up to the bag and just go ahead and dunk on them. You don't take nothing but a pivot, turn, and dunk. That's it. Oh yeah, you still got it. Yeah.
I gotta look this up right now. I don't want to get this wrong, but the Timberwolves played the Nets a couple of days ago, and I want to get Karl Anthony Towns stats right, or the Nuggets. No, the Timberwolves played the Nuggets a couple of days ago. And Karl Anthony Towns, he had 9 rebounds. 32 points, 9 rebounds. Not a bad game. But you playing an MVP candidate, and you let this dude get 38 points, 19 rebounds, 8 assists. I want to put out his assists in there because Jokic is a great passer. But also,
he is.
No other big man, if y'all playing the same amount of minutes, he shouldn't have 19 rebounds over you. You feel me? You think Elijah Wan, you think Patrick Ewing would have been cool with somebody just out there getting 19 rebounds? And I get it. You shoot threes. But that's not offensive rebounds, man. These are you should be in the paint.
Yeah.
A little more than you are now. A little more than you are now. And that's just my thing. If you're going to shoot like that, be in the paint too. Because you're 7'1", man. It's no excuse for that.
No, it's not. At all. Period.
And I said, this is why they don't think you rebound, man. You had 9 rebounds. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, when you're that big and you don't have at least 10 rebounds, there's a problem as a big man.
Your matchup had 19 though.
That's definitely a problem. That means you're so worried about shooting the ball and not rebounding the ball and not getting like I said, keeping the focus on what it is, what it should be. So
what a big man is supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, in essence of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So. You can do all that. I'm not saying that a big man is supposed to just be there to play defense and get rebounds. You can do all that other stuff, but you still have to do what a big man is supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, I think where that should be just a refocus on like, hey, we got you out here. It's not like they have a big man and they have a power forward that is going to clean up the rebounds for you. You know what I'm saying? If you had that, that's different. But even then, you still need to rebound. You need to
which they don't.
9 or 10. Yeah, 9 or 10. 9 or 10 or something, man. Like, you shouldn't be sitting here like with those type of stats. At least you should be averaging at least 8 to 10 rebounds a game.
And don't get me wrong. 38 and 9 is not bad. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm just saying y'all lost because you didn't want to deal with the Joker. You're not in the paint.
Yeah.
You don't want to body him.
Well, that's the same as seeing the matchup when you see like Towns not being on Aiden. You don't see the big man, like, what I'm saying? You see these mismatches, they're like, oh, he scored these points. Yeah, he wasn't playing against another big man like that. Like, let's see if him playing against Embiid playing against Aiden, or Aiden playing against Towns or something like that. Like, that's what the matchup I want to see. Not like, seeing like you playing a power forward or you switching on the guard and you doing your at will. That's too easy. That's like us playing rec ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me go ahead and bully the smallest person in here.
I get the zone defense as well because that's a lot of what it is nowadays. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was a lot of man on man and stuff. But now it's just the zone defense that's taken over the league. I don't know one team that's going to play man to man other than like I want to say the Clippers maybe. But they're not playing it right now because they don't have their best defenders and stuff. But
that's true.
I'm saying, I mean, that's why you don't see a lot of the matchups like we used to, you know. And, I mean, even so, even if you're running a zone, man, he had 19 to your 9. That's 2-1. Every time y'all went up, he got one over you. That's embarrassing to me. I mean, if I was that big man, I'd be like, I probably should go bump him a little bit, you know? Just like
right.
At least let him know I'm here. He's like, nah, man. It just bounced your way a couple times.
That's true. So, do you want to talk about the Draymond one, or?
Yeah, hold up a second. I do want to bring this up only because this is another one that I thought was funny. Let me tell you the quote. It said, Draymond said, I feel terrible. I'm healthy, but I feel terrible. He said the game feels like it's moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Draymond played his 7th game tonight after coming back from a 30-game absence. And he's frustrated.
I mean, you've been gone too long, man. It's like I mean, let's be real, man. They need to hang it up and just wait for next year, man, when you have everybody healthy at the same time, man.
Well, my thing about this was, and why I brought it up, I said, this is bad news. The playoffs are like 5 games away. And your heart and soul of the team was like, I think these young dudes is out here moving way too fast, man. I don't know what they do. He sound like you on a pickup court. He said, I don't know what these young dudes got out here, but we good.
No, because you know me. If I can't shoot, I'm going to play defense on you, man.
Yeah, that was a little jab at you. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I still owe you. So we supposed to have been playing basketball a long time ago, and you just.
Well, I won't come to Dallas, man. I'll tell you what.
I'm not in Dallas, so yeah, you're right. I won't be there. I'm in Austin, so.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the airport. But anyway, like I'm saying, Draymond was out there, and he's like, these young dudes are moving way too fast for me. And I said, this is a concern because the playoffs are like 2 weeks away.
Well, what's up with Steph, though?
He'll be back for the playoffs. They don't want to use it because they already made the playoffs, so he's not really worried about it. At worst, you got to play the Timberwolves. And I don't think Steph is really... Yeah, I don't think Steph is really worried about that. But I'm worried about Draymond saying, you know, I'm healthy, but these dudes are moving way too fast for me right now. I don't know what got into it.
He gotta get his feet underneath him, man, you know.
Yeah. But, you know, Draymond, his basketball IQ has always been up there, but I don't know if he's always been that talented to where it would overshadow, you know. Or it would be, yeah. So I don't know if he can't keep up with people. He's always been the person to guard the best player, other than Iguodala. He's always been the person on that team to guard the best player. And if he can't keep up with anybody, I feel like that's going to be a problem for the future.
Well, it will. I mean, at the same time, it's one of those things where time will catch up with you, and certain injuries don't heal the same as they usually do, and then at the same time, like, you know, it's like you're getting left behind, and like because you got all these you got Jordan Poole, you got all the rest of these younger players, Wiseman. These are your replacements, so it's kind of hard for you to say that I've won these many championships in the past, but we've been playing with injuries left and right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's more so that he. I mean, like you said, with the replacements, Wiseman hasn't been there all year. Don't get me wrong. Wiseman is a great center who would keep Draymond at the 4, but with all these people that's playing so well, he's been pushed to the 5. And he really can't play the 5. He's what, 6'7"?
6'7".
Yeah, he's
on a 6'7" on a good day.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been pushed to the 5. He's just not a fit for the team. But you need him because he's the heart of the team. You feel me?
Yeah.
You need him because he's the heart of the team, but he can't be on that team no more. Like and then he's not on that team. Where is he gonna go? It's like a whole thing. But he still has 2 years on his contract, so he'll be there.
Yeah,
I always said, Chuck said he's retiring next year. I said they already got D Wade. It's gonna be him, Draymond, and I said Chris Paul because Melo don't like the cameras, and LeBron gonna own the team, so he don't want to be on there either.
That's true. Yeah, because LeBron, he got to do his barbershop, whatever the quartet thing he doing.
Yeah. I heard it's pretty good. I haven't watched any episodes. I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Talking about LeBron haters was the last episode. I didn't watch it yet, but I heard it was good.
Oh, man, I'm mad Monty ain't here because I watched the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I watched that show. It's actually pretty good, man. If you got HBO Max, check it out.
I will.
And they did pay me money.
All right, we're gonna slide into some music, man. Kevin's gonna take us off on this new Dreamville mixtape by DJ Drama.
It's not by DJ Drama. He was just on it. I mean, if you know what that means, you know that.
Okay, that's DJ Drama. He produced it. He just had his name. If you left heard at Gangsta Grills, that's what this is. It's a Gangsta Grill presents the Dreamville mixtape. So he was doing the DJ Khaled.
Yeah, pretty much
of it. He was DJ before Drama. DJ Khaled. Yeah, so.
But he'll make you laugh more than DJ Khaled. I mean,
yeah, because it's his ad libs. Yeah. It's just wild. I mean, it's a good. Let me get it wrong. It's a good mixtape, but I'm sorry, it's hard to like the last Dreamville.
The last
project,
one. Yeah.
I'm sorry, and I'm talking about the extended last. I'm talking about the extended last one. And it's hard to top that, bro. Like it's like the reason why I think I enjoyed it the most is because of the documentary of watching the process of that mix of that whole thing getting created. Made you feel like that you was in a room and you were walking with J. Cole being like, yeah, let's go to this other room, see what Bob's doing. Let's see what the Ari and them are doing. Let's go over here and see what can't even think of it.
Earth Gang?
Think about Earth Gang. Let's see what JID doing over here. It's like it was like a montage of producers, beat makers, feel like they got random people off the street. Like it was just the atmosphere was so crazy. And then and they probably had so much stuff that they didn't make it on there that was probably fire on there, and then they did it on the extended one. And it was still pretty fire, man.
You say that, and that's what don't get me wrong. I feel like it was a good mixtape, and I'll give my take on it in a second. But I think that like you said, I feel like this mixtape was a lot of stuff that just didn't make it on that mixtape, plus the new artists that Dreamville have signed.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, I think that they have for a new artist that is signed, I think you just need a mixtape for them to showcase their stuff, and then kind of like like the fitting in like when we if they do another Dreamville mixtape, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was a chemistry thing. Like the placement of music and stuff is very important in the sequence that you do it in. You know what I mean? It's I don't know, bro.
I was very upset with the fact that nobody was on any of the Ari Lennox songs because she's amazing, right? And nobody was on her 2 songs that she had. It was just her by herself, just singing. Don't get me wrong; they were still good songs, but at the same time, I'm just like, hey, why wasn't anybody on this? So I said, if it's that good to make it to the album.
Well, I mean, I think it's like for her, it was like to showcase her.
Her talents.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but we already know how
like,
great she is.
Yes, we do. But it's more of those things where I always say, sometimes to highlight somebody and show that we know Ari is Ari. But at the same time, like, you see the range that she has, you already seen the project she done. But it's good to like it's kind of like the preemptive. She's coming out with a project pretty soon, so she's like warming up to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I thought when I heard it.
That's what I thought when I heard it, because it was like, nobody's on here. She must be coming out with something soon, man. I mean, and if she doesn't, that's cool. But also, I'm like,
I think that's what it is.
Especially, she said she did a rendition. What was that song? The Blackberry Sap, I think. No, Coming Down.
Nope. Yep, Coming Down was a great.
No, yeah, that's the one. She did a rendition of the Coming Down, and I was like, nobody wanted to hop on this, man. I said,
it would have been a great, like, she did the hook, and then somebody came in and kind of rapped it, like did a couple verses or whatever. But I think I liked it because I think it was like her range of how she could sing. I think that just like it was in itself, like, you had to highlight that. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Showcasing your talents, and like a couple of these people who I haven't heard of. Let me see. Omen and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Cozz. I don't know if it's Cuz or Cause.
That's Cause. No, they're not new. I mean, Cause and Omen, they're both are on the last Dreamville. But they're not the big names, and they're about to, like, you want to showcase them more. They were on more songs than everybody else. You know what I mean? That's true.
So, I mean, that's what I think that this album was supposed to be. Because I feel like, I mean, my review of it, first off, when it started off, I said, because they had everybody on the first, like, 4 or 5 tracks, and I was like, y'all can't keep this going. That was my.
It was. I mean, and to me, it was like more like it was only you can only go so far with it until like where you didn't want to lose the listening ears of it. You know, to be like, oh, okay, man, y'all are now it's starting to get faded off. I don't want to listen to it no more. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't get that feel from listening to it, and I was actually be like, when the end of a DJ drummer's, we out. And I was like, y'all already done already? I was waiting for some more. I waiting for some more. That was it. It was like a teaser, you know what I'm saying? So like,
I'll tell you, 3-6, the first 8 songs, I was like, they can't keep going this hard. Every song, I was like, they can't keep going this hard, the whole track. You can't keep going this hard, And then eventually, it just faded off a little bit. I mean, I still listen because, it had a couple J. Cole features. I love Earth Gang, J.I.D., Boz, Ari Lennox. I want to hear her stuff. But then, like, I feel like J. Cole kind of honed it in on this one. He was just like, yeah, we already did it. I'm here for y'all, but I'm here for y'all. My name's going to be on it, but I'm not going to go as hard as I normally do. And also, like I said, I don't know why people wasn't on the Ari Lennox tracks. I mean, they were both great, but I don't know why nobody wanted to rap on it unless you just showcasing her talents. Well, she's good.
Hey,
but
she
and then
also, hey, just to let you know, Kevin, whatever the music playing in the background, SoundScan gonna jump on top of this stream.
All right,
the music in the background.
I think it was Fantasia.
I just had to say that, and I was like, it was like I wasn't enjoying that music, but you know how it goes. How when somebody pick up something and then
I didn't even hear it until you said something about it, and I was like, "Oh shit, he is playing music over there."
It wasn't like I didn't like it. It's just the fact that just you hit up on it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But overall, I mean, I enjoyed it or whatever. It's like couple little teasers. I just want to see Omen and Kai. I mean, I've already heard of Kai's his music, his album, but I want to hear some other artists from Dreamville. Can't wait to hear something from Omen.
Not gonna lie to you. I didn't listen to Kai's. I'm looking up latest release. Fortuna.
You need to listen to his. Yeah, you need to listen to. You need to listen to his. You need to listen to his older stuff too, man.
Yeah. But if you tell me he's been out for a minute, they say he got 1.3 million listeners a month. So.
Yeah, he had the song with talking about Zendaya. Yeah, that's the. So yeah.
Not gonna get into that. Not gonna get into that.
Yeah. But man, is there anything else you want to bring up? Because we'll be ready for this next segment probably in the next 20 minutes.
No, I think we touched on it all. Devontae Parker went to the Patriots. That's a new move. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna get the ball. I don't think he's gonna stay there for long. But anyway, it's just a Bill Belichick offense. Other than Randy Moss, you didn't have somebody who was snapping with stats. You had Deion Branch. You had Wes Welker. Deion Branch was a decoy, and Wes Welker was he was picking up little screen passes and stuff. Other than that,
right?
But yeah, I don't think the Bill Belichick offense really benefits a deep threat receiver. Other than Randy Moss. Randy Moss was the 1 year, but that was because Tom Brady was like, "This dude still fucking got some juice in the tank. I'm gonna get him the ball."
Yeah.
And I don't think Mac Jones is that guy right now. So.
Well, they didn't make any moves saying otherwise. So.
No, I don't think he's that guy right now. Don't get me wrong. He had a bunch of great receivers at Alabama. He could be that guy, but I don't think he wants to upset Bill Belichick where he should want to. Like, he should be able to challenge him. That's why him and Tom was so great, because Tom was like, after he won a couple championships, he was like, I'm fucking Tom Brady.
It's true. Yeah.
Which Bill Belichick did not like. He's like, I thought it was funny.
No, I mean they had their moments, but I just think that it's already that ship is already sailed, because you get to a pinnacle point when you start winning so much to where it's almost like being around somebody like you like them, and then it's like, okay, I don't like them no more because y'all are, I hate when you smack when you eat. You know what I mean? So, you leave the toilet seat up or something, like it became like little like.
That's being in it. That sounds like being in a relationship.
Oh yeah, it does.
You said I like you. You moved in here. God damn it.
Yeah, it's yeah. But man, I appreciate you, Kevin. Man,
Oh no, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Do you think Tom Brady? You think Tom Brady would have went for throwing 4 passes in a game last year when Mac Jones did that against the Bills? They won the game. Don't get me wrong, but you think Tom Brady would have been like, I'm not just throwing 4 passes in a game?
That would never happen. That only happened because Bill Belichick does not trust fully any autonomous decisions for Mac Jones to do it. Because, Bill Belichick probably whispered to Mac Jones when he was at his pro day, "Hey, man, don't think you coming up here, you're going to be Tom Brady. I'm putting them training wheels on you. You know that, right? We're going to run the ball like we used to. Those short passes.
You're gonna be Jimmy Guwap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't try to get no razzle dazzle, because as soon as you do that, we'll pull you and put what's his name? They always have in the background as a backup. Can't remember his name.
Cody Kessler.
No, not Cody Kessler. I'm talking about the backup now.
I don't know.
He's like a permanent resident of New England. I forgot his name. It doesn't even matter anyway. But anyway, we'll put him in there.
You won't even see him in the preseason. They playing other people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He said, "We know what you can do. You don't need to get out there."
Right. So anything else?
No, that's all. I just had that last question.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you, Kevin. You know, you didn't have to be nowhere, but you was here. Showed up on time. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, yeah, man.
So, yeah, really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's the Black Selma Hayek. We out here.
Yeah, we out.